in 48 balls or less, you'll be taking home a mega jackpot of $35,252. Awesome stuff there. We also got that minor prize of $24 you can take home in 52 balls or less. But we should have a pretty nice Musco on this game, as we'll see what that Musco is sitting at in just a second. $132 available on that Musco. So not a bad way to start off your Wednesday, as we got our wild theme game day bingo going, as we do have our wild playing tonight.
Yeah, you even got the shirt to match.
Yeah, I even got the Kirill the Thrill shirt on. So I'm super hyped for this game. I'm hoping for some big time play out of our Minnesota Wild. But we will be playing all these wild themed game day bingo games with you guys on the Pilot TV, the Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so hopefully you guys are checking those out. Send in some messages, and we'll shoot you out some luck for these upcoming games.
Oh, yeah, and speaking of all those Pilot TVs just getting installed, here are the locations that we're just getting those installed. We got West Side Tavern, Silver Star Saloon, Eagle View Bar and Grill, Bucks Bar, Heartland Country Club, American Legion Lewiston, Hideaway Tavern and Grill, American Legion Maple Liquor Store, Trails End, American Legion Long Prairie, Rose City Bar, American Legion La Center, Rivers Bend Bar and Grill. We also have the Wheelhouse, Brandon Municipal Liquor, the Foundry Pub, the Bar Hastings, as well as the Tavern of Starbuck. Congratulations to all those locations getting those shiny new Pilot TVs. Wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on all this game day bingo action.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there, seeing those Pilot TVs go out. But we do have 45 balls dropped in this game number 1 of game day bingo. As we are creeping close to that mega prize, we'll see. No, I think we're moving past it. Yep, and we're going to be trying to give out, I think the goal is the Musco, $132.80. That's the biggest prize available right now. And we got a bunch of players 3 balls away. We'll see who can end up getting a win. Big time player Scrub Eye out there getting after it, as well as Big Al Shell and T. Newman, all getting after it. But we do have some jackpots that we got to talk about, as we had a bunch of people taking home, well, only one person taking home over $600 prize. But we've given out quite a few jackpots over the last 7 days, 41 over the last 7 days, and 719 jackpots during Season 12.
Oh, yeah, but before we talk about that, we got Dan Patty over at Brothers Porcupine taking home $132 on that Musco prize. And also, that is a great bar name, Porcupine. I love it a lot.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the bar name, and good job Dan Patty getting a nice win in this game. Won $132, not bad at all.
Oh yeah.
But we are now going to be getting enrolled in this game number 2 with that minor prize, clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be some fun stuff in this game, as those other 2 prizes aren't clicking up in ball count, but growing in money amount as you guys get enrolled in the next 2 minutes. But speaking of the jackpots, I talked about the 41 jackpots over the last 7 days, the 719 that went out during Season 12, setting a record for jackpots in a single season. And just yesterday, we were able to give out a nice jackpot to Spoon Man over at the Club 57 Starfire Grill, taking home $5,271.
Oh yeah, good job to you, Spoon Man, ending off that Season 12 in its entirety. Definitely some awesome stuff. Glad we were able to hit over 700 jackpots for Season 12.
The actually start of Season 13 is January 1st.
Ooh.
So the December 31st was the last day of season 12. I didn't have the jackpots fully updated yesterday, and so that's why it changed up for you guys after today. But yes, 719 all the way from January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022, we were able to give out, well, actually, no, it was only halfway, only 6 months of the season. Yeah, it wasn't the full year, as we gave out a bunch of jackpots throughout the entire year, way more than that, over 1,000 jackpots over this year, but set a season record, a 6-month record, by giving out 719 jackpots in Season 12.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But if you guys want to take home some money outside of our regularly scheduled bingo, you guys can always check out our e-tabs, and we just released a new one called Phone Tag. You guys can win big in that gossip bonus round, and then watch the credits roll in the Call Around the World bonus round. It's a ton of fun. Make sure you guys are checking that one out.
Do you have any stories of like gossip getting out of hand about you or something like that, or just gossip you heard about someone else? You don't need to name names, but where you heard this and you were like, and then you go to the person and you're like, this is nothing like the story that I heard. Like how like this has changed so much. You know, like how like when you play actual like is it called
Yeah.
phone tag at like the dinner
Yeah.
table where you like pass the message around and then the last person has to say the actual message and it's
Yeah.
usually just all messed up and
Yeah, it's
everything
usually
like
called,
that.
telephone or
Yeah,
like,
telephone. That's what we always called it as kids.
Yeah.
But do you have any stories of not necessarily playing the game telephone,
No.
but like where it was kind of like a game of telephone, where you know the gossip just got so misconstrued?
Oh no, I can't really think of anything. That
Yeah,
was, like,
I'm
crazy
struggling
like
to think of that either. I usually kind of forget about those things a lot.
Yeah, because
as-
like a lot of it was just like random childhood things where it'd just be like something crazy about like, oh, like someone said that like you had like, you know, like one of the craziest like Legos. They said that like they lied about having like a Death Star or something.
yes, yeah.
And then you go over there and it's like, okay, they just have like normal Legos.
Normal Legos or
Yeah.
something like that. I'm trying to think of where like that could have happened to me.
Maybe.
I mean,
back
there
when
was
people-
there was definitely a few times when I just moved that different like rumor. Like
Yeah.
I had told a story about myself, and then it came back to me, and the story was way glamorized. Like, and I was
that
like,
you were just like crazy awesome or something.
yeah, I was like way cooler than I actually was
And you were
moving to this
never
spot.
gonna correct that.
And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah.
I'd be a-okay with
I was
that.
like, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Tell that fib about me.
That's the way it works. That's exactly how it happened.
and then it gets worse, and then I have to at some point be like, as like my siblings find out, being like, oh yeah, no, that never happened to me. I just let the rumor go, like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. It was
It was
always
like I said my story. You guys misconstrued it.
yeah. I was like, I just didn't say no, that didn't happen.
Like, oh, I actually didn't hear that it happened. Like, no, I told it like this.
Exactly, that's it. But like there was moments like that. I can't think of a specific story of like one of those things coming out like way like misconstrued. But it's always fun to everyone has had those moments in those lives, and we take that moment and make it into a fun little E-Tab game called Phone Tag. It's definitely a good time.
Oh, yeah, and if you guys want to see a preview of that one, go check out our Facebook page. And while you're there, go give us a like and follow. You just have to search up Pilot Games, and you'll see our logo. That way, you'll also be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You guys can also click the website link on the top of our Facebook page to see our link tree that has links to bar locations, all of our social media, and so much more. And if you guys ever want to check in, you just always feel free to put a post on there, and we'll probably be able to respond pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely. We love seeing messages or player picks on that nice screen. We do have Manoy over at Johnny C's taking home a nice little Musco prize of $16.90. Good job, Manoy.
Gotta let Brian know. Manoy.
Minoy.
Doodle Bob.
Doodle Bob, good old Doodle Bob. Minoy. But we do. But we are now going to be getting rolled to the game number 3 of Game Day Bingo. We got that minor prize clicking up from 54 to, from 54 to 56 balls or less. Should be some fun stuff as it's creeping up to $60 on that minor jackpot. And those two prizes are also growing a little bit. That mega prize growing in money amount as you guys get enrolled. Should be some fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But we do have live bingo running throughout all of today, and it's going to be some super fun as we play a lot of Game Day Bingo today. We're going to be running from 12 all the way till 1 playing the Game Day Bingo games you're playing with these prizes, just growing as you guys continue to get enrolled. Then at 1 o'clock, you guys will play one game of Lucky 4 Bingo, where we got $65,000 on the line, and that leads you right into our second stint of Game Day Bingo that runs from 1 all the way till 4. Any of those prizes that don't go out during the 12 to 1 time, they'll be growing and rolling into that 1 to 4 time. But the Game Day Bingo doesn't stop there at 1 to 4, as you got the third and final piece of the trifecta happening from 4 all the way till 6. But bracketing those games of Game Day Bingo from 4 to 6, you actually get 2 games of Lucky 4 Bingo, one at 4 p.m. and one at 6 p.m. So if any of those prizes don't go out during that 1 or 4 o'clock opportunity, you'll have an even bigger prize on that Lucky 4 Bingo at 6 p.m. As then that's the same is true for the Game Day Bingo running from 4 all the way till 6 as well, as any of those prizes that grew during this time, during 12 to 1, and then also grew during that 1 to 4 time, you'll have some really nice opportunities during that 4 to 6 time of Game Day Bingo.
Oh, yeah, but right after all that awesome Game Day Bingo action, you guys will be getting into some Skull Bingo, running from 6 to 7, and again from 9 all the way till 10. During those times, you guys will be going after a line prize of $139. You can always take home in 10 balls or less. A large frame of $15,585. You can always take home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize at $10,834. You can take that home at 50 balls or less. But in between those times of Skull Bingo, you guys are going to be getting into a Wild Wednesday tonight. That goes on from 7 to 9 like it does every single Wednesday, with tonight Ian and Jordy taking the helm, leading you guys through all that PGL action. At the tail end of the night, in case you guys happen to miss it during those times, you guys will be getting a great 2 final games of Game Day Bingo action in case any of these prizes happen to grow and roll onto those times.
Oh, yeah, definitely should be some really, really fun stuff. As you guys just got 10 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 3 of Game Day Bingo. That minor prize now up to $69. You take home in 56 balls or less. Should be some really, really fun stuff as you guys are getting after it. But we do have some national days to get into, as these is definitely some fun ones. We got National Trivia Day. What national day on January 4th celebrates those who accumulate and hoard tidbits of useful trivia? Well, you call that Will Day. No, it's National Trivia Day, of course, but Will does like to hold on to a bunch of useless pieces of information.
Oh, yeah, and I definitely know for a fact that I have now officially been here for a full year. This is the first national day that I covered.
Oh, really?
Because, like, that, you guys were also like, oh, see, Will, we have Will here who could talk about his useless knowledge.
Yeah, you
and
had.
I was like, yeah,
You're the kind of person that you watch like there's a lot of people you watch like Jeopardy and like all those game shows with that you have to answer questions about, and you go and people are like, oh, I could definitely be on those shows, and they're just proud that they answered one of the questions before everyone else or whatever it is. You'll go on like a roll of like 5 questions in a row that before everyone else. Like you're like oh, I don't even know what you would do.
Yeah, just
like
random
like
stuff out of
be like,
nowhere.
oh, that's 1964, and I'm like, how do you know the exact year that happened? And you're like, well, obviously because Jimi Hendrix did that performance that year, and that same year this guy did that. And I'm like, how did you piece that together to be 1964?
In like a second. Like, I don't even know how. Like, I was like terrible in school.
But
the only thing I was good
trivia
at was
knowledge,
like history and stuff.
yeah,
which that helped.
with trivia. History is such a big piece of the trivia thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like we were just at when we were in Minnesota, we were there for a little trivia night thing, and that was super, super fun. Now, their trivia was a little bit harder for you to get because it was not your wheelhouse of trivia.
No, it was they were all over the place, but there were still some where I was still able to go for it. And I was like, okay, that's pretty easy.
But there was definitely some that I was even confused about what they were asking half the time, to be honest.
Sometimes I couldn't hear everything, and I'm like, at least on Jeopardy, it's like, it was like Alex Trebek with his like clear voice, and it was just like, too easy.
Yeah, I like the new girl, the girl from Big Bang Theory that now does it.
Fun.
I think she does a really good job.
She does better than Aaron Rodgers.
We do have Laquille over at Cooper's Restaurant taking home a nice prize of $19.40. Good job taking home that nice prize. It will now get enrolled into a game number 4 of Game Day Bingo with that minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. No, my favorite thing about that person is that everyone assumes just because she's an actress that she's not like super smart, but I'm pretty sure she has like a PhD in like something and has like a higher IQ than like Einstein and like a bunch of other like super high IQs.
Oh yeah, I think it's even further than that. I'm pretty sure she's like some form of actual like neuroscientist.
I think so as well.
I think she actually like does what she did in the show, which is like neuroscience.
Which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't actually like expect that to like.
Yeah, we got to look her up now. Yeah, Balick. Yeah, she's really, really good. Yeah, she is also a real-life neuroscientist. Yeah. That is crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and her IQ is a 163.
Yeah.
A 163.
That once you learn that she was, it has been demonstrated that intelligence is passed down through many generations.
Oh, and she comes from a really, really smart family.
Yeah. Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah, that's super, super cool.
It's so fun that she was able to like, she pursued like something like a field that like is known for like making like, tons of money, and then also pursued like something that like could like, not fall through, like acting, and then it, definitely worked. Now she gets to do best of both. She gets to be on Jeopardy, which gets to show off her high IQ, and she gets to do a lot of the like Acting. Oh yeah. You're looking at like Madonna.
Yeah, I didn't know Madonna had a 140 IQ.
Oh no, look at like a lot of singers and songwriters.
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
A lot of their IQs are going to be like ridiculously high, but see like what they're into and what they apply themselves into, they're going to be geniuses in that field.
Yeah, and that's why
it's just gonna
they're
be like music or anything like that.
That makes sense. It makes sense.
It's crazy what people apply themselves to with their IQ.
Yeah,
It works for them.
Yeah, she falls into the category of exceptionally gifted, which lands her between the 153 and 160 range. She's actually above that at 163, but they put her in the category of exceptionally gifted IQs of the world.
That is crazy.
Really, really cool stuff. And yet that makes sense why she's a great Jeopardy host as well.
Oh yeah, she's been really fun on it.
My grandpa loves her, so she must be doing a good job.
I want to get
as
the little
he loved
Jeopardy,
Alex Trebek.
calendar. They have like a little calendar where you can
Oh,
pull
do
each
they?
days, like the old calendars, and each day it's got a new question, and you get the answer on the next one.
That's super fun. I want a specialty calendar made by you and John.
Ooh, you know what?
I think that would just be great.
We were actually talking about that, but the only problem is no department around us would let us borrow the firefighter gear.
Oh, dang it. That's all I wanted. I mean,
I know. I was gonna do like I want the firefighter shoe.
I wanted the sexy firefighter catalog.
Yeah,
that was what I was looking for, and I'm very disappointed that I wasn't able to get that as my New Year's gift.
I'll do you guys the the beer poster trend. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh my gosh, I would absolutely love it. That would go up. That would forever stay up in like my man cave area or whatever I have, like that I can like put it in. I'm 100% hanging that up on in my home. Like,
maybe I'll like cut my hair into a mullet for like a day. Get some jean shorts and like a jacket, just like
spilling a beer over
with
you.
like a Budweiser hand doing like something.
I think this is a great idea. I really hope you follow through.
Ben wants in on the specialty calendar.
I think Ben's pounding the table right now. Like, give me that.
My only problem with that would be then having to ship it to the Ruggles household.
Then my mom opening it up,
and then just me and John on the cover.
Honestly, that would be the right. My dad would be more mortified than my mom would crack up.
Yeah, your mom would have a blast.
My dad would be like, what is this? No, I don't know. He might laugh at it too.
He would definitely laugh.
I have no idea.
It's like one of us like holding the axe or something like that.
I was about to say, it's you guys. If it was anyone else, I think they might be a little bit more mortified. But
they'd probably ask a little more questions.
But because it's you guys, I think they would be like, okay, well, Ben's getting a calendar.
Yeah. Hopefully Ben will. I might have to start looking into that.
Oh, that would be so great.
I think you could just show up at Macy's with any kind of outfit you want, or J.C. Penney and do the photo shoot.
The photo shoot?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I wish I could do. I want to do that. But me and my siblings one time, our whole entire trip, we went for Thanksgiving. We went down to Florida, and the entire trip we just took awkward family photos at every spot.
I like the wheelbarrow one where someone holds the legs and someone's just sitting there like
funny.
this.
We got Big Al as well as T Money splitting up, as well as Dan Patty.
Ooh.
All of them splitting up that must-go prize of $24.20. Each of them getting a little bit of it to add into your play for next round, as you definitely want to get enrolled for this next one. As game number 5, we're going to be moving that minor prize up from 58 balls or less to 60 balls or less, and it's over $100, sitting at $116. Should be some fun stuff as you guys get enrolled in the next 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, definitely a ton of fun. But happy National Trivia Day. It's definitely a fun day where you can just maybe expand your knowledge a little bit.
Oh, Ben says he wants one where you guys Photoshop yourselves into famous photos.
Oh, like the one guy chilling on the bed like this.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is, but I want like historically famous photos, and then you and John like being like Abraham Lincoln or something like like just like really like off the wall like famous photos that are.
No, it's gonna be like me and John when they when they took Berlin with like the flag.
That's terrible. Okay, let's keep it out of the war.
Photos,
let's keep the war photos out of it. Those people, they risked it all to protect us. So let's not do that. Let's do like, I'm trying to think.
I would definitely like a Napoleon picture or something like that.
Yeah, you could definitely make fun of some like terrible people and put yourself.
Yeah. Well, Napoleon wasn't like terrible.
No, but like. Yeah, I'm just not gonna bring. Yeah, but you could also do like Elton John or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
Like dress up as Elton John, but put yourself on like the stage, like everything like that. Freddie Mercury. Oh,
funny.
John would look so good dressed up as Freddie Mercury. Oh,
Just recreating the old pictures.
yeah, I think those would be great. Ben sent
Sports
in
photos specifically.
that would be hilarious. I love it. I love all these ideas.
The crazy one is like the most iconic sports photo I could never be able to recreate of like Muhammad Ali doing like the hitting his chest after
yes.
the win. That's like one of the greatest sports pictures of all time.
The LeBron and D Wade throwing the lob behind him, and LeBron's behind him, and he's not even looking.
You and John.
You and John.
So funny,
that would be
photoshopped
so
on
funny. Like John, like
just, like,
this,
photo-
and then you just cocked back, ready
Yeah.
to.
Don't even like not even just like photoshopping just the head like onto the body.
Yes.
Doing like photoshopping your whole body doing the same
That's
pose
yes,
into it.
exactly,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, there we go. CP jacket deputy. Oh, dude.
Ben's just sending in a bunch of great ideas
the
for
Usain
us.
Bolt of him looking behind himself, smiling. That is one of the greatest. sports
That is
pictures, too.
that is probably one of the most impressive sports photos of all time.
Well, yeah, because
like-
like who can just do that?
Who is so fast that they can look back at Olympic level sprinters?
Yeah.
That I think this is a great idea, and we should continue thinking about it.
Yeah.
Happy World Trivia Day. I have no idea how we got this far off of trivia, but happy
calendars.
National Trivia Day. Next up is World Hypnosis Day. World Hypnosis Day on January 4th promotes the truth and benefits of hypnosis. The day also aims to remove myths and misconceptions about hypnosis.
Interesting. So, does it like actually work?
I don't believe that hypnosis. I tried. At one time, I had
Did
the
you, like,
person,
one of the, like,
the
on
person that
stage?
comes to school and does it and does the hypnosis stuff.
Yeah.
Like I went up on one of those when I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
And I remember I was fully ready to get hypnotized. I fully was like, okay,
wanted.
this
Yeah.
guy can do it. I want to be hypnotized. Like, I don't think that this is real, but I am going to, put my all into like trying. So I'm like closing my eyes, trying to relax as much as possible. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. And I was just like sitting there as like other people are acting wild. And then you can obviously see like I don't want to act like they are like up on stage. And so I'm like, I'm going to just go. I'm gonna leave. Like you're not hypnotizing me. And so then I just like left off stage and everything like that afterwards.
I wonder if like everyone else just like was.
But I was like,
acting.
I'm just convinced that people were acting afterwards, or they are just so susceptible to subliminal messages. Like how, like I just don't get it. Like I don't understand it.
They're like weak-minded.
Yeah, that's
I don't
exactly
know.
that's exactly what my freshman mind
I'm
thought.
I'm
was like
so much smarter
I was like,
than them.
either you are weak-minded and you would get fooled by every Jedi being like, these are not the Jedi you are looking for, or you're faking it, and that is what I believe is they were all faking it. We got no show over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill, taking home a nice Musco prize of $33.60, missing out on that minor jackpot by one ball in this game number 5, but that means that minor is going to be grown and rolling into this game number 6. As you can see, 62 balls or less now for that minor prize, and I think it's going to be a pretty high likelihood that it goes out, sitting at $173.
Oh yeah, definitely a ton of fun. I do want to bench back to the photos of recreating old photos,
Yes.
and just letting Ben know that there's no way I can do a backflip. It's one of the iconic sports.
But we can Photoshop you in a backflip.
I guess yeah.
You
we
just
have to, like, lay there.
you just got to jump up straight, get a nice bend in the knees while you're up in the air.
Yeah.
Take the photo and just crop you, and
Like,
rotate
tilt
you,
head back.
and
Looks like
rotate you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you just rotate you around, and you look like you're doing a backflip.
Oh, yeah.
And then you could tell everyone that you did do a backflip.
Yeah.
You
funny.
post it on Instagram.
I've
You're
done
like
one.
look at this. I actually did it. I've been trying for so long.
Everyone asked me to do a backflip. I'm like, I can't.
You're like I lost it. I lost it.
I tried again and I almost broke my neck.
Yeah, see if we can find. Okay. Yeah, hypnosis is perhaps one of the most misunderstood and controversial methods of psychological treatment. The myth and misconceptions that surround hypnotherapy mostly stem from people's ideas about stage hypnosis. Yeah, that's completely what I have my idea from is stage hypnosis. The truth is that stage hypnosis is essentially a theatrical performance and has about as much in common with a bona fide clinical hypnosis as many Hollywood movies have with real life.
Okay, so like the fact is, however, that hypnosis is a genuine psychological phenomenon that has valid uses in clinical practice. Simply put, hypnosis is a state of highly focused attention or concentration, often associated with relaxation and heightened suggestibility while under hypnosis, i.e. a hypnotic trance. It seems that many people are much more open to helpful suggestions than they usually are.
Oh,
so,
this sounds like
about getting people to stop smoking. I heard that that's been something that people can do, is like basically like making someone seem like they don't need like nicotine or something.
Yeah. I mean, and this also just, I mean, like this is a common, like, just like, I feel like,
if you're relaxed, you are going to be more open to suggestions than when you're
common
like,
therapy.
Yeah.
Like when you're talking about mental therapy, this is just a common thing that people do. Like you see, you got the laying bench that you can lay down on to relax some more, be more receptive to information. Like that all makes sense to me. And so it definitely, I don't necessarily believe in that it can like completely switch your mental process, but I do think that it can definitely help you understand and maybe internalize a lot of that information a little bit better, be able to, maybe move it on to your regular life a lot easier. I don't know. There's probably things that can help out with it.
Oh, yeah. It would definitely make a lot of sense. Definitely an interesting way to go about it.
Yeah. It seems like an interesting. I would probably have to do a lot more research to actually understand what medical hypnosis all entails and what it actually does.
It's definitely not like
stage hypnosis. It's all fake.
It's definitely not like the little pocket watch on the chain.
No, there's no way.
I used to have a Thomas the Train one. I wish I could hypnotize someone with that.
Yeah. There was. I just remember when we were doing the stage hypnosis, there was one of my friends went up there, and she fully was hypnotized by it and everything like that. And even after the show, it was like if anyone says this word to you, you scream or something, or you forget your name or something like that. I don't remember what it was. And so then I just kept on doing it to him, annoying amount. I did it to him just because I was like, you're gonna give up on the faking it. There's no way you're just gonna continually let me just force you to forget your name. And I don't know. I was
if I ever had a class with them again, I'm gonna try it.
Exactly, but it was a whole entire thing of as soon as you leave the auditorium, it no longer applies. But while you're here, it does. And I was just. I didn't get it. Wasn't about. I've never been to a hypno show before. After that,
the lead in the walls will make it so that the contract is no longer binding with your mind.
I have no idea. It was so stupid. Oh, we got Max over at Harding's Bar and Grill taking home a nice minor jackpot, $205.91, going out to you, Max. Definitely a great prize in this game number 6 of Game Day Bingo, as we'll now be getting rolled into a game number 7 with that minor prize reverting back to 52 balls or less, but that must go at $51.60 is going to remain available, as it's only going to grow as people get enrolled for this game number 7. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to get into this game.
Oh yeah, definitely a ton of fun. But next up on our national days, we got National Spaghetti Day. National Spaghetti Day on January 4th offers an opportunity to pick your sauce and add it to that long, thin cylindrical pasta of Italian and Sicilian origin. Originally made from semolina flour, this pasta has been a worldwide favorite for ages and loved by millions. Definitely one of my favorite ways to have pasta.
Yeah, I celebrated this day last night. I had a little bit of pasta. It was super, super tasty.
I think I'm going to make some tonight.
Jordy cooked me up some pasta. It was absolutely delicious. It was great to be able to just eat a giant bowl of pasta. I filled up and I passed out for the night. It was really, really good stuff. So I definitely love a good bowl of spaghetti. I'm
a big fan of meatballs, but almost not in my spaghetti.
Really? You prefer to have just regular ground beef just around?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I like doing a meat sauce already, and then other than the meat sauce, then I'll add like sausage or something.
Ooh, you're
Like
a
Italian,
sausage
like any
into
like
it.
cut up Italian sausage or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not a huge sausage guy in my pasta. I'm definitely a ground beef in my pasta. I also like maybe some chicken sometimes. If it's a breaded chicken, for sure, I love it in my pasta. But I think most of the time I'm just a ground beef guy. I think
That's fair.
I'm not a huge though meatball guy like you were talking about.
Yeah,
I
do
like.
like meatballs a lot as like a appetizer, have them on their own thing.
Oh, yeah.
Or like in a meatball sub, but like
Oh yeah.
I don't know, kind of gets in the way of the pasta. It
Yeah, I
feels.
feel like I love just cooking up general like
I won't be able to eat all. The
close to like taco meat. That's how I like to throw in
Yeah, a
my
little closer, yeah.
like how I like to put it in my pasta. I think that's the easiest way to do it, and it's
is.
super quick to cook too.
Oh, it
it
is.
tastes great. So that's the way I like to do it. It's super tasty. We got just 30 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. Like I said, over $50 available on the Must Go, and that's before you guys added to that prize by getting enrolled into this game. So hopefully everyone who wants to be a part of this one is getting a part of it. That major prize, I forgot to highlight that. It clicked up from 48 to 49 balls or less as it got over that $1,000 mark. And we still got that mega prize, $35,427 you take home in 48 balls or less. Should be some fun stuff in this game number 7 of Game Day Bingo. But yeah, National Spaghetti Day. Super, super tasty. Love some good spaghetti.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I could choose, though, I would always choose lasagna over spaghetti. I absolutely. It's like you get the same thing, but just better.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's what I just think of.
I'm not even a big cheese guy, but my friend's family, they make a lasagna every year. It's got like it's got like just about any meat you could toss in it. It's got like even like pepperoni, like and all that in there. It's so good.
Oh yeah, I mean it's hard to go wrong with lasagna.
Yeah.
Like it's just so tasty, and I miss my mom's lasagna. I want some of my mom's lasagna for sure. But honestly, like probably one of the best oven bake, like frozen to oven bake
Them,
meals.
like, is it like the Stouffer's lasagnas?
They got
Those things
decent.
hit.
They're decent. If you spruce them up a little bit by throwing some extra cheese on there,
Your
maybe
own
some Parmesan, yeah.
Maybe even like a better sauce a little bit too. Maybe
Yeah,
just a
just
little.
spruce it up a little bit, throw some seasonings on it and everything like that.
It's
You
good.
can make a really, really good lasagna, and just from frozen to oven. I mean,
yeah.
really, really cool stuff. Well, happy National Spaghetti Day. Love some good spaghetti, and I loved celebrating yesterday. Next up is National Missouri Day. On January 4th, National Missouri Day recognizes the 24th state to join the Union.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Happy National Missouri Day.
Yeah,
We're
do
gonna
you
look
know anything about Missouri?
up- Not a
I don't know anything
not
about
the,
Missouri.
Not the darndest thing about Missouri.
Thank you.
I know
Thank
it's got some of the most amount of S's minus Mississippi in the state.
Okay, so the nickname is the Show Me State.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's the 24th state, like we said. The population sitting at 6,093,000 people.
Alrighty.
The capital of Missouri is Jefferson City. The biggest city is Kansas City. So I guess I do know stuff about Kansas City. But also its abbreviation is MO. State bird is the bluebird. I'm a huge fan of the bluebird. So
Interesting.
definitely a good state bird, and the state flower is the white hawthorn. We do have Ren Matt over at Billy's Rockford taking home a nice must-go prize of $80.80. Definitely a nice one there, as we'll be now getting enrolled into a game number 8 of Game Day Bingo, as that minor prize clicks up from 52 to 56 balls or less.
Oh, yeah, definitely a ton of fun. Let's see what else we got about Missouri. But, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Let's see. We got some fun facts here for you guys. And kicking us off, we got, let's see. When people think about Missouri, they often conjure up images of unpredictable, inclement weather, and politeness and niceness that border on psychopathy.
That's hilarious. I did not realize that that's how people viewed.
It's like Missouri. Oh, wait, yeah, that's where the arch is at, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Missouri is located, the location of the first successful parachute jump.
Whoa.
That
all the way
I
to
can't
1912.
imagine being the people that tested the parachutes before they were successful.
I was about to say, how many of those were unsuccessful?
Like that's some crazy stuff. Like to just be like, oh yeah, like yeah, let's we haven't succeeded yet, but you want to try it?
I'm pretty sure like Leonardo da Vinci created the first like concept of the parachute too.
That's crazy.
So like, how many years in between like then and now? Like that.
were their failed parachutes. Missouri was a location of the United States' most devastating recorded tornado.
Oh, yeah, it's right in that tornado belt area.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
That's where all that
crazy
cold
there.
and warm air meets. Next up, you could thank Missouri for the ice cream cone. One of the best top-tier ways to eat your ice cream.
Oh, for sure.
It might get a little on your hands if it melts a little. But you know what?
You're
You just
not
gotta be-
real- I
you
feel
gotta
like-
be better at eating ice cream.
Are
if
you
you're getting your
really?
hands.
Are you really eating ice cream if you eat it out of a bowl? I mean, like that's what I think. Like the only acceptable time is when you're eating it out of a bowl at home. Like
Yeah.
I feel like if
you
you
don't have
ever
cones.
go to a ice cream spot, you gotta at least get a cone. Like even if you get a cone and a bowl, that's a little bit more acceptable. Where you like,
Then just
drop it into the bowl. As long as you still got the cone crunch there
Yeah.
for you, I feel like it's acceptable.
Now.
But
Most importantly, waffle cone or sugar cone?
if anybody says different, it's got to be waffle cone. If you say sugar cone, you're a psychopath.
Yeah, exactly.
But last and final fun fact about Missouri before we move on: Missouri survived the continental United States' most powerful earthquake. So not only did it have to deal with the most devastating tornado, but also survived the most powerful earthquake. Wow, I am not
Which
moving
is
to Missouri now.
Surprising, considering that I would have considered that to be like something that happened on like the West Coast.
Yeah, I was totally expecting that to be a way, like, I was like, I don't know. I would have expected it to be different places than Missouri. But now I was really wanting to move to Missouri, and now I'm like, no.
I'm pretty sure they might even have alligators too. So what place on earth should have alligators, earthquakes, and tornadoes, and you probably might even have to worry about a hurricane?
Florida.
I ain't seeing no earthquakes in Florida though, but they
Yeah.
still got the gators and the rest though. But adding the earthquakes, that might make Missouri a little bit more on the might not want to live there zone.
Yeah, that may be. Well, happy Missouri Day. Definitely a fun one as they created the ice cream cone. So they're pretty cool in my
We gotta
book.
thank them for that. But next up on our national days, it's actually a World Day, as this is World Braille Day. Every year on January 4th, World Braille Day reminds us the importance of accessibility and independence for those who are blind or visually impaired. Definitely a very important day to keep in mind.
Yeah, I'd like to say sorry to all the visually impaired. As a kid, I touched that Braille all the time and probably made it into a cesspool of germs. And so I'd like to say sorry for that.
Oh, yeah,
and I
because
no longer do that.
No, I always had to like stop myself from like touching the Braille.
I know. I used to always do it, and then my parents would be like, "Don't do that. You're like, I don't know."
You're
They
making it dirty for someone
yeah,
else.
exactly. They would be like, they actually have to touch that, like kind of
They
thing. And-
have to.
Yeah, and
They
so
have
I
to be
was.
able to read that this is the bathroom.
Yeah, so I remember as a kid, like I always wanted to touch it because it was just like different surface, oh cool, like kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like I don't
It'd be
know.
really cool to be able to learn to like read Braille or sign language. Would be
The sign language is one that I've
want to
always
learn
really,
sign
really
language.
would like to learn. At least to just have a basic understanding of sign language.
Yeah.
I think that would be nice. Or just to like have the alphabet fully memorized. At one point, I had the alphabet memorized in sign language, so I don't think it would be too hard to relearn that again.
Yeah.
But I can't do it anymore. We do have Big Al over at Willard's Bar of Bacchus taking home a nice Musco prize of $16.20. Good job, Big Al. Yeah, my high school track coach, she was a language pathologist, I think is what it's called.
Interesting.
Or where she had to learn sign language for
Yeah.
her job and her degree and everything like that, and she taught me the entire alphabet as well as a few bad words.
You gotta learn something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I had so much fun at being able to learn all those, and it was a great way to distract her from making me run.
smart idea.
And so we got 2 minutes and 18 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. Game number 8 or game number 9? I don't remember which. Ben, check in. Let us know which game it is.
We are getting into game number 9.
Game number 9 already, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled. Press and play. $70 available on that minor prize you can take home in 56 balls or less. Should be some real fun stuff. Happy World Braille Day. Happy National Missouri Day, National Spaghetti Day, and World Hypnosis Day, as well as National Trivia Day. Definitely some fun stuff on today. We do have a little bit of Twins news, as the Twins have expressed interest in free agent starting pitcher Michael Wacha, according to The Athletic. Wacha struggled in in 2019, and frankly was terrible in 2020 and 2021. Last year with the Red Sox, though, he went 11-2 with a 3.32 ERA, a 1.12 WHIP, and a 104 strikeouts against 31 walks in 127 and a third innings. He even threw his first complete game since 2017 with his second career shutout. The Twins' current rotation includes Sonny Gray, Joe Ryan, Tyler Mahle, Kenton Made, and Bailey Over. It would make sense to give Wacha a shot towards the back of a rotation like this.
Oh yeah, definitely awesome stuff. Also, what a cool last name.
Yeah, Wacha.
It reminds me of like old karate movies, like Wacha.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I love it. I used to say that term all the time.
I do too. Also, exactly. definitely some awesome stuff.
But definitely cool. I think a guy that has started in the league before. Looked like he kind of went through a slump, through a 3-year slump of 19, 20, and 21. Kind of re-picked up back to what he once was in 2022.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's a good sign for us. And we can kind of take a risk of a guy like that and see if he can make into our rotation. And it feels like he's kind of one of those guys that's a low-risk kind of guy where you don't have to put too much money into him. And if he doesn't,
hopefully get something out of it.
If he doesn't work, it doesn't work, and you spent very little money on him. If it does work, a big win for the Twins.
Oh, yeah. If you guys want to continue to support those Twins in this offseason, as you guys know, we've teamed up with them for the E-Tab game Twins Win. You guys can play that today wherever Pilot games are played. And check out that Home Run Derby bonus round to earn you guys some of that big cash. And yeah, Ian said it right.
Twins Win right there. We love that little logo. If you click on that on your iPad, you'll be heading over to that great E-Tab game. As well as these are both our other sports-themed E-Tab games. They're really, really fun stuff. So make sure you guys are checking those out. But we do have some lunchtime bingos to talk about. The Vikings and Twins bingo that we played during 12-1 during Season 12. And we got our official top 10s from those. In 10th place, we got Red and American Legion Fridley with 113,000 points. With 122,000 points in 9th place, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant. 8th place is T-Bone over at Poppers with 142,000 points. With 148,000 points in 7th place, we got Tez over at Poppers. 6th place is Kirby over at VFW Blaine with 164,000 points. With 223,000 points in 5th place, we got Simbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. 4th place is Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 236,000 points. And with 266,000 points in 3rd place, we got Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine with 298,000 points. And with 391,000 points, the #1 player in Season 12 for our lunchtime bingo standings, we got Mikey Wins over at the Maple Tavern.
Oh, yeah, good job to all of our players in the top 10 of those Twiking Zone standings. But on the location side of things, kicking things off in 10th place, we got Lakefront Bar in the center with 170,000 points. In a two-way tie in 8th, we got Steve-O's and Crystal, as well as Halfley's Bar in Richmond, both tied with 184,000 points. With 209,000 points in 7th, we have Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 6th place is our place on 3rd and Faribault with 318,000 points. With 351,000 points in 5th, it's VFW Blaine. In 4th place, we got Poppers in Virginia with 467,000 points. With 492,000 points in 3rd, we have Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 589,000 points. And ending things off in 1st place for a 2nd season in a row, it's VFW Spring Lake Park with a whopping 698,000 points. Good job to everyone in those Twiking Zone standings.
Yeah, awesome stuff to those players. But awesome job, Don, over at Trebek's Bar and Grill, taking home a nice $13.10 Musco prize. Good job, Don, in this game number 9. We are about to get enrolled into a game number 10, where we only have 3 more opportunities to try and give out these prizes. That minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. This should be some fun stuff as you guys are getting enrolled in the next 2 minutes and 23 seconds. But we need to highlight E-Tabs. We talked about some of our great sports-themed E-Tab games being, the Vikings Bingo, Let's Go Wild, as well as Twins Win. But we have over 70 different Charitable E-Tab games with a bunch of different themes. You can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All those games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. You'll definitely want to check them out.
Oh yeah, we definitely love all of our E-Tab games. What's your favorite E-Tab game, do you think?
Ooh, favorite E-Tab game all time. I'll probably go with a classic. I mean, it is one that's always up at the top of the standings. Whenever we do those voting, brackets, and we see who's going to end up being those big-time E-Tabs, I'm going to go with Fishing Derby. That seems to always be at the top of the list. Fishing Derby, Buku Bucks is always a top one, but I'm going to put my money on Fishing Derby as my favorite.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna side with one you had mentioned, Buku Bucks. It's definitely one of my favorites. Going to deer camp and all that, definitely. A ton of fun.
Yeah, it's a super fun one as you get that hunting bonus round, which is definitely a fun time. Huge fan of all of our E-Tabs, and everyone's got a different favorite. So check out whichever, all the 70 different charitable options, as you'll be taking home some really nice prizes.
Oh yeah.
We do have a little music history that we want to get into, as you guys got 1 minute to get enrolled in this game number 10 of Game Day Bingo.
Oh yeah, and kicking us off in 1975, Elton John's cover of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds hits number 1 in the U.S. The Beatles' original, released in 1967 on the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, wasn't released as a single. So yeah, definitely some crazy stuff.
Yes, I like that one. Whose cover do you prefer? They're both great. I mean, I don't think it's really
the Beatles.
You prefer that? I love the Beatles rendition of it. Elton John did do an amazing rendition as well.
Great, yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of Elton John as well, but I'm a bigger fan of the Beatles.
Yeah.
And
I prefer Elton John over the Beatles, but sometimes it's just like you really have to give it to the band who does it the best.
Oh yeah, and Lucy in the Sky of Diamonds is a total Beatles song.
It is. It just works so well with Paul McCartney's voice and everything like that. It's just great.
The whole chorus, it just goes so good with a boy band type sound. I feel like, especially their specific sound that they had, because I wouldn't call them a stereotypical boy band sound.
One of the first of the boy bands, but
yeah, they are. But I don't think anyone's really been able to replicate a lot of that sound.
I think my favorite boy
had.
Band of all time would probably have to be Kiss, though.
Really?
I was making the joke that like classic rock bands are like boy bands because it's like they're all a bunch of dudes in a band. So, you can't really.
They are boy bands. I mean, it is. It's just like it's different because it's not boys. It's more a men band. As like boy bands are more for like
that's like when Tony Stark called Spider-Man like Spiderling, Spider-Boy.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's what it probably says. But yeah, definitely a cool one. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, one of my favorite Beatles songs, and Elton John did a great job covering it. It's so good that it was able to hit number 1 on Today in Music History. Now here is a feat that I hate, but it happened, and she's the first artist to do so. In 2020, Mariah Carey becomes the first artist to top the Hot 100 in 4 different decades. Absolutely ridiculous. 1980, 1990, 1990, 2000, 2010, and 2020. Would that be what it would be? Yeah, absolutely insane that she was able to do it. And that's when All I Want for Christmas Is You stays at number 1 for a 3rd week.
I think the closest artist to even be like close to that is I think Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon has been in the Hot 100 for like 963 consecutive weeks.
Wow, that is absolutely ridiculous.
It's not like anywhere near 1 though.
It might be that she's the first artist, not band,
to top it. No, she stayed at number 1.
She was at number 1 in 4 different decades. That is ridiculous.
That's a whole nother feat.
That is so impressive. Congrats to Mariah Carey. She's not an artist that I'm like a huge fan of, but I know her dominance in the industry. She's kind of like Drake, where I don't listen to her music, I listen to their music.
She is the Drake.
Yeah, but she's always making top hits, and so Drake just has to do it for a few more years, and I'll be as mad at Drake as I am at Mariah Carey. We do have Tim over at the Gas Can Bar and Grill taking home $15.60 on that Musco. Good job, Tim, as we'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 11, and that minor prize did not go out in this game, as it's going to be clicking out from 58 to 60 balls or less. Should be some fun stuff in this game number 11.
Oh yeah, if Drake ever made like a Christmas album, then he's instantly up there.
He's instantly. I love Mariah Carey's voice outside of her Christmas stuff. It's just that her Christmas stuff is played so much that
it was only at it was just mostly because of like the one place I worked at where I always had to listen to it.
Yeah, it was
Like it was in my media outside of work. It was at work. It was just everywhere.
For me, it was that 2019-2020 winter that really
it drove it home.
It drove home my I hate All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
I always just had almost like a general kind of like an easygoing dislike of the song.
Yes.
I was never thought it was great or
But
anything.
then it just got shoved down our throats.
Yeah, it was because it was right after Old Town Road. It was
Yes.
just everyone was just so bent on keeping one song popular.
Yeah, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. But Mariah Carey, you gotta appreciate the music greatness.
Oh, yeah.
And able to get to #1 in 4 different decades is absolutely incredible. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. 60 balls or less for this minor prize, $117. But we do have a PGL night happening tonight. And if you guys want to earn some of the first PGL points of this season 13, you got to be signed up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. PGL players, they compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it. So hopefully you guys are getting signed up today at PGL.world, and we'll get you highlighted in our new member spotlight.
Oh yeah, and those new members are Sandy M, Mama M, Veta B 77, JL 125, 76, Loxon, Osla Loxy, HXX, J Spuzz 000, Mare Dairy, Lucky Few, Crows, Super Sarah, Vikes 21078, Lee's, Cleese 15, Amy 1, Cat Kit, Big Bear 32, Shake That, and Little Bucky. Congratulations to all those players getting signed up at the PGL, and hopefully we can see you guys get on those PGL standings at that start of season 13.
Oh yeah, Jordy has a big hatred for Cat Kit.
Oh, because it just doesn't seem right.
It's Kit Kat flipped
Yeah.
behind,
Yeah.
reverse. It
is.
definitely
I
is.
love it.
I've struggled to say it a few times just because of that. I want to say Kit Kat every single time I read it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, Cat Kit.
Yeah.
But
I have to stop myself each time.
for sure. We do just have 5 seconds till we're in this game number 11, final of 2 games to try and give out this nice prize. So we'll see if we can do it here. Let's see what the Musco's sitting at. Musco's sitting at $20.20. So if we make it over 60 balls or less, somehow we will be giving out that $20.20 Musco. We got 20 balls away for a bunch of players, so hopefully you guys are getting after it. But also get after it in our great E-tabs. I mean, not E-tabs, our great E-tip boards.
Oh, yeah.
That is on our Player Connect app. And to get to that E-tip board, all you got to do is select that sports link right above your player icon. If you choose the 5 squares then for the Vikings versus Bears game Sunday, January 18th, you got to do it before the game gets started. Points will be awarded for the first, second, third, and fourth quarter. If your square ends up being one of those scores that are close to those, you'll be earning PGL points for season 13 if you win.
Oh yeah, definitely a ton of fun. Make sure you guys are doing that. But we do have a ton of our PGL winners who ended off on season 12 in that top 10. And kicking us off on the player side of these PGL standings, we got 10th place, previously unranked TTWL69 over at Spinner's Bar with 1,198,000 points. In 9th place, previously in 8th, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 1,315,000 points. 8th place, previously in 9th, jumping forward, it's Big Dog over at Little Falls Bowling Center with 1,317,000 points. In 7th, it's Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 1,337,000 points. With 1,345,000 points in 6th, it's Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin. 5th is Panda over at the Roadside with 1,367,000 points. With 1,422,000 points in 4th, previously in 3rd, we got Chapster over at Moe's. In 3rd place, previously in 4th, we got Devoided over at the Roadside with 1,436,000 points. With 1,504,000 points in 2nd, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. And in 1st place, ending off the season in that 2 million point club, it's Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 2,001,000 points. Good job to you, Forget You D, and everyone in the top 10 of those PGL standings.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. We do have a great winner as we got Steve over at our place on 3rd and Faribault taking home a minor jackpot of $117.79. Good job, Steve, in this game number 11. We'll now be getting rolled into a game number 12 with that $20.20 still available on the Musco. Should be some nice stuff as it's only going to grow as more people get enrolled. Should be a pretty nice Musco prize. We also got that Major prize, you could take home $1,170, 49 balls or less. If you just win it one ball earlier than that, you'll be taking home a $35,499 mega prize that you take home in 58 balls or less. But 2 minutes to get enrolled into this game, so hopefully you are doing so.
Oh yeah, definitely a ton of fun. Definitely some awesome stuff. But congratulations to all those players ending off in the top 10 of those PGL standings, especially you, Forget UD, ending off in first place.
Oh yeah, on to the location side. 10th place, we got Neeson's Gaylord with 3,607,000 points. With 3,656,000 points in 9th place, we got Clancy's on Island Lake Park Rapids. 8th place is Stanchion Bar and Hamel with 3,679,000 points. With 3,697,000 points in 7th place, we got VFW Austin. 6th place is LJ's in Miltona with 3,867,000 points. And with 4,491,000 points in 5th place, we got Cabin Bar and Nicolette. 4th place is VFW Northfield with 4,641,000 points. And with 4,499,000 points in 3rd place, we got Friendly Buffalo in Big Lake. 2nd place is Poppers in Virginia with 5,380,000 points. And with 6,436,000 points in 1st place, we got Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud winning that Season 12. Good job, Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud, as well as Forget UD winning Season 12 champions on those PGL standings. You guys will be getting your names engraved on the good old Pilot Cup. We are super excited to see you guys get on that big winner cup.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But we got a little bit of Wild news for you guys. Those Wild are currently 21, 13, and 2, and Ryan Hartman scored twice in the 2nd period to help the Minnesota Wild beat the St. Louis Blues 5-2 on Saturday night in their first meeting since the first round of the playoffs last season. Jordan Greenway, Matt Dumba, and Jared Spurgeon also scored for the Wild, who lost the postseason series in 6 games. Marc-Andre Fleury made 29 saves, and yeah, definitely some awesome stuff, but very more exciting. The Wild are going to be facing off against the Lightning tonight at 8:30. That one's definitely going to be a very exciting game.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that one. Our Wild have been having a really nice season so far. Really turned it around after it felt like they couldn't get out from 500, and then they've really started picking things up over the last few weeks. I want to see where we're sitting at now in our conference, as it looks like we are now 3rd in the Central Division with that 21-13-2 record, barely trailing the 24-13-1 Winnipeg Jets in 2nd place in that Central Division.
Ooh, glad to see that the Stars were able to take a loss. They were just on a 4-game win streak before yesterday, and that was the last team we had just lost to.
Yeah,
recently.
they're 23 wins, 10 losses, and 6 overtime losses.
Ooh.
And so we could definitely catch up to them if we get on a good streak of wins. Well, we could definitely end up in the 1st place spot in just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, but if you guys want to continue to support those Wild, as you guys know, we've teamed up with them for the E-Type game, Let's Go Wild. You guys can play that today at your favorite Minnesota bar and check out that Slapshot bonus round to win you guys some of that big cash.
Yeah, we love those E-Tabs, and Let's Go Wild, some of our favorite E-Tabs. Well, if you guys are playing your favorite E-Tab, winning a jackpot, or just having a good time playing Pilot games by yourself, we'd love to see a player picture of it. You guys can share those player pictures by messaging us on Facebook directly, posting them onto any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games, or it's just as easy as emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. All of them great options to be able to see those great player pictures. Definitely some awesome stuff there. A little Vikings news. Brian O'Neill, our all-star tackle, has been put on IR. We're hoping that he can get back ready for playoff time, because we did secure a playoff spot.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to need him if we want to make a big playoff push. But we do have a game this weekend, Sunday versus the Bears at 12 o'clock. Another great sports-themed E-Tab game, Vikings Bingo. Definitely check that one out with the Skull bonus round.
Oh, yeah, definitely a ton of fun. We do have a couple celebrity birthdays to highlight. Main one, in 1643, we got Isaac Newton, English physicist, mathematician, and astronomer, known for creating gravity and the laws of motion. Gravity wasn't around until Isaac Newton. He invented it. Finding, the laws of gravity, though. But, awesome stuff.
Super, super cool. And I'll go with The last one in 2005, the youngest person who was born on today, Delphine Keane, a British-Spanish actress who plays Laura in Logan, as well as Lyra Bolettia in His Dark Materials.
Interesting. That was definitely a very cool casting choice. Definitely some awesome stuff. We do got a winner, though. We got Big Al over at Willard's Bar of Bacchus taking home that Musco prize of $37.60, meaning that minor jackpot is going to be growing and rolling onto the 1 to 4 times of Game Day Bingo.
Yeah, but enjoy one game of Lucky 4 Bingo. Before you guys get enrolled, I got a player to highlight for you, and that's Fun Karen over at Broadway Bar, who won $6,980. And over at the Broadway Bar, they were supporting the St. Paul Park Newport Lions. And their mission is to empower Lions Club volunteers and partners to improve health and well-being, strengthen communities, and support those in need through humanitarian services and grants that impact lives globally, and encourage peace and international understanding. Definitely some awesome stuff. And just a little reminder for you guys that when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
It's like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby.
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus.
G'day, mate.
Aloha.
Hello.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus.
G'day, mate.
Aloha.
Hello.
this is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's the bonus.
G'day, mate.
Aloha.
Hello.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus.
G'day, mate.
Aloha.
Hello.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot capes. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a bonus.
G'day, mate.
Aloha!
Hello.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot games. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.